I'm always thinking about how I can become a better artist, and color research has really leveled up my game. Lately, I've been obsessed with ChatGPT, so I wanted to see, like, what if I just put in how does color research improve your art? And okay, there are some good ideas here, but I also really want to share the most exciting one that hasn't been shared here, and I think you will find it useful too. But real quick, I just want to tell you what ChatGPT has to say. Benefit number one: create mood and atmosphere. So when you understand color theory, you can create pieces that evoke the exact mood you're aiming for. Want to make a piece that feels mysterious? You might explore cooler, muted tones. Need to create energy and warmth? Bright reds, oranges, and yellows are your friends. Does any of that sound like surprising to you at all? It's like bland city, like we all know that. No kidding. Anyway, if we don't all know that, I'm sorry, very sorry. But that just seems very like obvious. Anyway, okay, benefit number two, better composition. Colors help lead the viewer's eye through your work. By learning about color contrast and harmony, you can draw attention to the most important parts of your piece. Yes, agree. Benefit three, develop your unique style. Studying color not only improves your technique, but it also helps you find your artistic voice. You'll start to notice which palettes you're drawn to and how you can use them in new creative ways. This builds consistency in your work and helps your art stand out. Okay, well, thank you very much for those three benefits. That is all true. And then I'd like to also add that I think that just by doing color research, and like I mentioned last week, we're talking about technical research, practical research, and historical research. And delving into any one of these or all three helps to build your confidence in understanding what colors you like and why. And I also think that color research deepens the ideas behind the work, especially if you are looking into the background of the color and you just fully understand it from from the very beginning of its origins all the way through to now. It just adds a certain depth to your work that it's intangible. I mean, would anybody even notice it passing by? I'm not sure, but it certainly makes the work, I think, more valuable. And then this is the one that I really want to talk about today. And I have three examples. Mine from this week and then two other people's. So the thing that I love about color research is that it will take you to places you might not normally go. It's kind of like having these little built-in teachers just on your shelf, that you can pull out, learn more about, and then, but just by pursuing even a single color is going to make you try things maybe you wouldn't normally try. And so I'd like to show you what I mean by that. Here's an example of some practical research brought to you by Stacey. She was excited to explore Potter's Pink, and although she had a pan of it at her home, she ordered some tubes because she felt like the pan wasn't really panning out. Har har. Anyway, but then she couldn't wait for the tubes to come and realized, wait a minute, this paint's going fairly well after all. And she did this lovely study with Potter's Pink, Helios Purple, Quinacridone Gold, and Cobalt Blue. And can you see the joy? Because I'm seeing joy here. And so I'm really loving this practical research that she's doing, experimenting with Potter's Pink in different scenarios. Next, we have some technical research brought to you by Cathy. And I don't know if you remember or not, but she was using this photo of lichen as her inspiration for hand dyeing different yarns herself and was able to then knit these socks that were based on the color palette from this lichen. And the level of care and trial and error and technical knowledge required to get here it's kind of mind-blowing, and I love that she really went there with this example. And now she's on to the next technical challenge. Her daughter was interested in some lavender socks. And so she's not a huge fan of the grayish lavender. So she went down an investigation of finding lavender colors that she liked and also experimenting with the dye itself to see which hue she was going to use. And while she was doing this investigation, she had a couple of surprises, including the fact that Crayola has a scented crayon called Soap, representing lavender soap. I really have to check that out. And she also took a photo of lavender flowers here and found that they were more purple to periwinkle up close, and assumed that the color lavender refers to the dry flowers. And yeah, I think that's a good point. I think I do have some lavender, some French lavender in my garden that's kind of more of that gray violet, I think. Of course, now I'm questioning that. I'll have to go out and check it out. Anyway, look at these beautiful lavenders and purples she has come up with in preparation for making these lavender socks for her daughter. Oh my goodness, it's just very inspiring. And I love that this whole experience is taking her to um, a new place, a new color that she wouldn't normally be doing. And then here's the piece that I have been working on. This is pass number 2. So I think I still have a little bit more to do on this. I really like to crank up some of my lighter values and these warmer colors up here. I want to make sure that speaking of composition, that the value composition and color composition are taking the eye around the picture plane a little bit more. But I am digging some of what's going on here. What I want to say about this is I don't know if I would have thought to do this sort of like up close apple tree piece if I hadn't been studying Hooker's greens so thoroughly. But I am really enjoying this new place that I'm in. I'm also very aware of the fact that William Hooker would not make a painting like this at all because he was a botanical illustrator. I have got so much research to share about him. It's not quite yet ready to share. I have gone really deep. I'm in conversation with the Royal Horticultural Society in England, trying to find some information about him and hopefully an image of him. And I do plan to share that in a future video. Last week I asked you what color you would like to investigate, and I heard a lot of really fabulous answers. And I hope that you have been enjoying your journey to getting to know your color better and that it is playing out in your art practice. And if you have any other colors you would like to add down below, or if you've been doing some of this research this week and you'd like to share some of your thoughts about it, I would love to hear all about them. And again, if you wish to share any images with me, you can do that at colortheory@annelivingston.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. If you'd like to see the original video that goes along with this one about color research, check it out here.